Hey, we're Togo fans. I am back with a video. Doing a special one-off review before catching up on Go Jujo. I'm going to stay up until I completely Go Jujo before going to bed. That way I could have more time tomorrow. So, my doctor will take a little longer to upload, but still. I'm reviewing the recently released Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition. Demonstrates a way to reunite the toy for Playmates' first time breaking the toys. Yes, Hasbro is basically sole device to make has partnered up with Playmates toys to make Power Rangers toys. I don't know why Hasbro did this. Huh? Like, Hasbro only made 3 seasons, 3 separate series, 2.5 technically, of Power Rangers. Beast Morphers, Dino Fury, and if you can count Cosmic Fury, which is just season 3 though. So really, they technically had 2 hours. Hasbro only had 2 series under their belt. Unlike the previous one, Hasbro had up till 2002. Like, Saban had till 2002, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, around 10 seasons, I think. And Disney had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Disney's was shorter, but they had 7 seasons under their belt. Hasbro, 2.5. Which is kind of sad. There's so much more time to adapt, but Hasbro just, mostly because of the big cancellation of the Power Rangers reboot series on Netflix. Yeah, that recently got cancelled. So, yeah. So yeah, anyway, the reignition episodes, it's just they just have the episodes remastered, little segments at the end before the credits. I don't give a shit about those, so. And yeah, just more spark interest in Playmates' new toys. I suppose really become a much more bigger dick. And it's funny how Disney is in talks to provide Power Rangers for their streaming service. That's not a joke. Disney, the company that did not give a shit about Power Rangers when he owned it, now does give a shit. What type of world are we living in, am I right? Alright, these episodes are going to be airing twice a week. So we got episode 1 just this week, on today. So I don't know if it's going to release another episode soon, or just, you know what I mean. I don't know what days they'll be releasing. They'll be releasing gradually in a week. So I got 2 Power Ranger reviews every week. It'll be up until December 9th. Which will be where it's episodes 50 and 60, episodes 59 and 60 will air that week. Or I'll just air episode 60. I don't know. But we'll have until December 9th for these special episodes. And I'm using this as an opportunity to get Mighty Morphin a review. Not just to review the entire season, by the way, but give my thoughts on the entire episodes. Every episode. So it's a fun. That's why I'm doing this. And I already gave my thoughts on the pilot a while back. If you're interested, go check that video out. But I'm pretty happy to check out Mighty Morphin Power Rangers episode reviews. I didn't go out with Mighty Morphin. I didn't start watching it until a few years ago. Really, I even binged the entire first season on DVD. So yeah, but my introduction to Power Rangers was SPD in 2005. And I got to see some of Sabana seasons thanks to the channel Kicks, which was a channel for action-themed shows. God, I miss that. Pop Max is just so crap. They just sometimes air stuff that Pop's no longer airing. God, X had its own identity. You know, just being another pop channel. Talking had its own identity, but it was just a preschool channel. And Pop Girls was just a channel for girls. Kicks was a great chance for a lot of action programs to air. It's even when I saw a bit of Ultimate Muscle. I hate that he branded Kicks to Pop Max. It's just crap. And then that's going to be shutting down soon, from what I heard. And CBBC may be ending later this year as well. But they're going to be airing Wins Club on their channel. Anyway, let's get to the first episode, The Day of the Dumpster. As you know, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is more generic of its characters, which is fine. This was from the 1990s. Backstory, if you don't know. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was a series adapted as a live-action TV show, which adapts footage on a Japanese program called Super Sentai. This one's that's footage from 1992's Kyo Sentai G-Ranger, which was a dinosaur team. And that, when Super was creating an idea pitch for the show, it would use footage from Jodenshi Bioman, which is season number... I think it's the 8th season of Super Sentai. I think I'm wrong now, I'm not sure. 8th season of Super Sentai. But eventually, though, he swapped out Bioman. Initially, he was going to use Jetman. Use Children's Sentai Jetman for footage. But decided to go with dinosaurs, which I think was a smart choice from a business perspective. Kids love dinosaurs. One better way to sell a new show is have it being around dinosaurs to get kids watching. That's smart. Now, it's rumored that Power Rangers will no longer be using Sentai footage. I don't know if this is true or not. And probably a new movie in the works too with Paramount. So, Power Rangers brand is still living on, I guess. Right. So we get opening episode, the iconic theme song, Go Go Power Rangers. It is one of the most iconic theme songs in the entire franchise. Still kind of being remixed to this day with the Neo Saban and Hasbro eras. I don't like Go Go Power Rangers, but I kind of miss the originality of the songs instead of just being Go Go Power Rangers all the time. Again, I like Go Go Power Rangers, but you get my point. My point. Anyway, the episode was about 2 astronauts, which I assume is the moon, which is just Sentai footage, as they actually open up a dumpster, even though it's not a dumpster, it's a bin, and release the evil Rita Repulsa, voiced by Barbara Goodson, dubbing over the voice of local well-known Sentai actress, late Machika Soga. And just about Barbara Goodson has actually done some other work outside Power Rangers. She was actually in Final Fantasy VII Remake playing a friend of Tifa's who you meet early on in the game when you're doing the quest spin. She manages the apartment Cloud lives in while he's staying in the slums. She was only added for the remake. Also, Barbara Goodson is going to be more in the news because she's the English voice of Turbo Granny in Dawn the Dawn. And it's a weird massive coincidence too, because I pictured her voice as the character before I even knew the cast. I'm not kidding about that one. What a massive coincidence. Dawn the Dawn Season 1 can be watched on Netflix and Crunchyroll in English and Japanese. Season 2 premiering on July 3rd. In a couple of weeks. So, yeah, I gotta watch Dawn the Dawn Season 1 at some point, just for review. Anyway. Rita's minions are Squat, Babu, Finster, and Goldar. The main villains of the season. As Rita says the iconic line, after 10,000 years, I'm free. Well, actually, she never says that in the show itself. She just says that in the opening. Barbara Goodson even came back to reprise her role as Rita, kind of, in Once and Always. She just played Robo Rita. For context, you just had to watch that and be more familiar with the franchise. I will cover that at some point in the future. I will cover that at some point in the future, don't worry. I just want to cover series, Power Rangers and Super Sentai at the same time on this channel. You'll view Power Rangers, then its Sentai counterpart. I will review the series that weren't adapted as well, but I want to focus on the ones that were for a bit. So, as Rita says, don't leave, but just go. Oh, I can't remember what bonus she says. Actually, honestly, get to the Earth as we get shown to the Earth. As we then cut to Angel Grove Gym and Juice Spa. As introduced to our 5 teenagers with attitude. Jason Lee Scott, played by Austin St. John. Zach Taylor, played by Walter Jones. Kimberly Hart, played by Amy Jo Johnson. Billy Cranston, played by David Yost. And Trini Kwan, played by the late Tui Tran, who died in the car accident in 2001. May rest in peace. No, this is supposed to be a remaster special. I don't see much difference, but then again, I have Blu-rays and stuff. I don't see much of a difference in that, so it's just probably me. You know, there are unique skills. Judy does her own type of martial arts, I think. Kimberly is does gymnastics. Zach is more of a dancer. Jason teaches the karate class, and Billy, he's smart. I mean, that works for the time, I'm just saying. Also, a lot of things will happen starting seasons 2, 3, and 4. Oh boy. I bet you review the 4 series on its own. Well, I bet you review the entire series properly. Well, it's going to be one hell of topics to talk about. So, yeah. And after that, we know that Billy. So yeah, Billy is ready to be his first day at Jason's karate class. As they're introduced to the duo who stole the show for the entire series. Fucker Spokemire, played by Paul Schreier, and Eugene Skolovich, played by Jason Narvi, aka Bogan Skull, who start the series off as bullies, but will grow to become legendary characters by the time the series ends, by the time the Saban era ends. The Zordon era, sorry. Zordon era. You know, just... Yeah, the girls managed to show Bogan Skull what's for. By using the defensive martial art, but just by throwing them onto the mats. These girls can hold themselves. And quite a diverse cast at the time as well. Let's see, Zach was a really representative character, well done character. He was a black teenager, but he wasn't based on stereotypes. He has his own technique called hip hop keto. And that's an original martial art. It's not rap or any of those stereotypes. It's not that type of stereotypes. So Zach is a really cool character for that. Now he knows Walter Jones is missing a finger. He lost his finger when he was pretty young. And it's pretty noticeable in lost things. Alright. Jason teaches the karate class as Bulk and Skull want to beat people up. That's being Jackson's now. So Jason teaches them a lesson, see if they can actually perform some of the skills he can. And yeah, Bulk gets emulated. It's hilarious. These two have just become way too iconic. After that, we cut to Rhea's palace as she started to cause some trouble. So, now she has a base on the moon. And she tells Prince to make her some putties. the minions, the foot soldiers of the season. That's the sound they make. So Rita's trouble mainly causes when its high up starts shaking. Alert to the internet are being known as Zordon, right? And his robot assistant Alpha. We'll get more into those a bit later, as you know who they are. Zordon decides to summon 5 teenagers with attitude. Summon Alphas against. Yeah. No, not that. Not teenagers. That is correct, Alpha. I was afraid of that. So, everyone evacuates, but for some reason, their 5 don't, and stand in the most convenient spot to be teleported away. Yeah, you know how I'm going with this. Well, it was the 90s, but still, that was way too convenient. You could have put a clever way to do it. Let's say, people would, you could show them as their qualities. They could use this earthquake suite. See, this earthquake actually showed the characters good nature of helping people, showing off the skills and more. As they fight back, as they fight the invasion to save everyone, save the people trapped, and that's why Zolan chose them. I just saying something like that could have worked, but no. So the teleport to the command centers when they officially and our community they introduced to Zolan of Out ancient being called in a time warp, played by David Fielder for the first couple episodes. Yeah, he was recast later. His voice was anyway. David Fielder still gave much of his likeness to be used. But you will notice a change. Sorry. It goes from a deep voice to more lighter. And Alpha 5 is played by Richard Horvitz. You may know us as It is I, Zim! You get what I meant. But I personally knew him as It is I, Chaos! With Skylanders. You never heard Richard Horvitz' voice before that. So all I knew him was Chaos with Skylanders. Even plays as well for the cartoon. Yes, this was a TV show. Well, not a cartoon, it's a TV show. Got right. So yeah. So obviously he's chosen them to become the Power Rangers. As a list of their capabilities and the dinosaurs still command. Jason the Red Ranger, commanding the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Zack the Black Ranger. I know. Yeah. Commanding the Mastodon or Mammoth. Gimli becomes the Pink Ranger, commanding the Pterodactyl. Billy becomes the Blue Ranger, commanding the Triceratops. And Genie, the Yellow Ranger, commands the Saber-toothed Tiger. Yeah. I don't know why I don't know why that color is offensive for Asians. But you know, let me know in the comments down below, because I really don't know. I understand black fan, but really? That was the biggest mistake the series had. But he fixed it later down the line. He was defended well from Beetle Propulsor, the evil one. But as they don't buy this and leave, Jason seems a little more interested, but leaves with the others. I mean, you can't force them. But of course, Rita somehow sees this and attacks them. As to see the skills in action was face off against the putties. Of course, Billy has a more tougher time. But still, they all get overwhelmed. That's when they decide to morph for the first time. Bring out the iconic Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-toothed Tiger, and Tyrannosaurus lines. Iconic morph. It was iconic, and I love when they used the theme song for it. I just don't like the change in Season 2, I'm sorry. I just don't like the music change. I always loved it when they just used the theme song for their more Go Power Rangers when they get ready to step into action. I just not find the music used in Season 2 and 3 just not that good for me. Yeah, now in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I said he's suddenly get teleported. I was really happy that they went off. And that's when Zordon suddenly teleports them away to face off against Goldar. Yeah, this is just a limitation of the Sentai footage. Because in G-Ranger, they transformed on the roof. So the Power Rangers had to be on the roof. As they suddenly do a pose. Of course, that's virtual Sentai. Using the Kyo Sentai. G-Ranger! Roll call. It's just common you see in Sentai. Let's get a great fight with a theme song playing in the background. Of course, Rita's not happy about that. Akko, so she uses her wand to make Goldar grow. I was going to suddenly do a roll call like basically telling that they are dependent, they will protect the Earth. With, as then Jason says, dinosaur power! Now, a little detail in G-Ranger, this scene, basically in G-Ranger, the summoning of the Zords was... Well, they weren't summoned until episode 5. They took the time building it up. They took the time. Which was a smart choice. But of course, Power Rangers need to get to that action pretty quickly to sell the concept. So I understand, but needs a bit of a major plot hole a little bit later. When they actually got the footage used for the introduction of Daijujin, naming the Megazord in Japanese. So when I'll talk about that when we get there. I don't know much detail, but still. So we get the epic Megazord bow. Starts out with the then Megazord sequence initiate. Let's get the piece on place. And they give them well against Goldar. But they are struggling a bit. So they summon the power sword. What are they going to use to attack? Goldar makes his escape. So he'll get them next time. Rita is pissed and is mad at Goldar. As she says, I have a headache! Something she always has. This is a song that was never adapted in the Power Rangers. See, in the Sentai, I don't know where episode this comes from, but Bandora, which is Rita's Japanese counterpart, sings a original song. Which you just look up on YouTube, type in Bandora song. I think. You can type that up, I'll look for that later. Because it sounds catchy. And they officially become the Power Rangers. I only and either taking on responsibility. Because Kimberly makes a joke saying, it just messes up her hair. But she's kidding. And that's when they put their hands together and say, Power Rangers! And in the episode. This is where that minute segment comes to the end, which is added for this version. It's gonna give an announcement about Rito or something, I don't fucking know, I don't give a shit. But the credits are still kind of catchy with the instrumental version of the theme song. And that was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition Episode 1. Didn't much detail, but I couldn't help it. A lot of episodes to come later. And I'm really looking forward to those episodes coming out. All 60 episodes will probably be released this time. Unlike what happened when Disney did in 2010. Yeah, there was already a remastered version of Mighty Morphin. But it was total crap. Disney added a lot of extra effects to it that are unnecessary. It's not like the Doctor Who remasters where they alter some of the special effects to look different. Disney adds a lot more than that. Personally, if they probably remastered, they should just update some of the special effects to make more modern. But not add anything else, just keep the episode as it is. So like the Doctor Who Blu-rays and stuff, so yeah. But that's my view on the first episode. I cannot wait to keep doing this, because I do like Power Rangers. Season 1's a great season. Can't wait to tell about there's going to be some one-off episodes as always. So, I look forward to keep doing this. So thank you guys for watching and enjoying my content. Please thumbs up button. Want to see more Scratch channel? And see you guys later for number 1 Sentai Go Juja. Sayonara.